Yes.
Good morning. My name is Brian McNeill.
And I am Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And thank you for joining us on our show, Let's Talk About It. We come to you each Monday through Friday right here on the SIBN network, on iHeartRadio, YouTube, TuneIn, as well as Facebook Live. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Like.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Monday to
It's
you.
Monday.
Motivation Monday.
We do have a topic today.
Today's topic is
Keep going.
you're closer than you think.
You really are.
There's that line in the classic poem of Don't Quit. Um, uh, Often the goal is nearer than it seems to the faint and faltering man. And you can never tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems afar. So stick to the fight when your heart is hit. It's when things seems worse that you mustn't quit. Okay. I had to go to the right file to pull that
I
up.
saw you in the filing cabinet.
Where
Yeah.
is that? There's a quote. There's a quote about you're closer than you think. You know, you're closer than you think. That thing you've been working on,
Mhm.
that project, that thing that you can't
Right
stop
there.
thinking about.
Mhm.
You know, every little effort you put towards it, I want to encourage you today. Every little effort is going to bear fruit. It's going to bear fruit. Keep going. You're closer than you think.
You're closer than you think.
So we want to talk about that today. We want to examine that a few different ways.
And definitely weekend update because this was a fantastic week.
Well, let's do that now. How was your weekend? How was your weekend?
My weekend was good.
What do you mean it was good, Dr.
It was
Lisa?
really good. So this weekend.
And I'm here too, actually.
Oh my God. I was by myself on Friday.
Uh-huh. But she is still Dr. Lisa Santiago McNeill, and I'm Brian K. McNeill. We met some great people this weekend. We reconnected with some great friends this weekend. But what was you going to say about your weekend?
You just knocked it out of my head. Oh, okay. On Saturday, did I do anything on Friday? I feel like I did. Oh,
You
yeah,
did too.
I did. Oh, my goodness. Friday, I met my stylist. I got my hair done with a stylist that I love. I almost don't want to tell y'all because I am
You love
not
your
getting
new.
ready. Oh my
I hadn't
goodness.
heard you say you loved your new
I
stylist
love her.
before.
I love her. I love her. I love her. And she's close by here.
That's another plus.
That's another plus. Absolutely. I didn't have to pack lunch to go get my hair done. And she listened and she did what I asked her to do. And I'm excited. That is the only reason I'm telling you because I know that she deserves it. But I promise you, y'all not gonna knock me out of my spot.
Well, the thing is, your do has changed recently from what
Mm-hmm.
it had been for many years.
Mm-hmm.
This is a more grown up, but still funky.
Right. That was the challenge though,
Mm-hmm.
is getting it to be grown up without looking mature.
Frumpy. You wanted to look funky, but you didn't want to look
Right.
frumpy.
Exactly. I didn't want to look old, but I didn't want to look like I was trying so hard, like a teeny bopper.
You don't want to be a teeny bopper. You don't want to be a kid.
No.
You want to be a grown up woman with
But
a
I don't
grown up
want to be
hairstyle.
nobody great 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 grandmother either.
You don't have the fun or nothing like that. It still stands up. It's still fly. Good morning, Miss Susan
Absolutely.
Kennedy. How you doing, Susan? We're talking today about keep going.
Keep going.
You're closer than you think.
Amen.
This past Saturday was also a celebration of the.
I didn't give the name of my stylist salon. I was getting to that. You just jumped right over me.
Oh, go ahead.
So shout out to Madison and Maine. Fantastic mother-daughter duo that are doing the darn thing from the NYC. Amen. I won't hold it against them. They are from Brooklyn. But
Yeah, she said hold it against it because they're from Brooklyn because she recognized her husband is from Brooklyn and all the best and coolest and first come out of Brooklyn.
Is that what happened?
Pretty much. And everyone knows it. So anyway, I'm not gonna take you there. Okay. But you found you some hairstyles that fit everything.
Absolutely.
Proximity, listening skills, and skills with
Great
the hair.
listening skills
skills with the hair.
and very good with the hair. She knew what she was doing.
So they got a client now.
Absolutely.
You're their client. We definitely need to shout them out more and trumpet them.
Absolutely.
Because we want them to be successful. And we want you to be successful too.
Mhm.
Anyone that's endeavoring to do anything, we really, really do care for your success. We want to be supportive. We want to steer you in the right direction wherever we can.
Mhm.
This is Charlotte. I'm going to have to call him back.
And so I was excited. I was excited and trepidatious before I went because Saturday was so important. Actually, this weekend was supposed to be really important. I was supposed to see my sisters, my number one sisters for years and years and years. And we had a date scheduled
A
for
luncheon date,
Sunday,
yeah.
a afternoon date, and it just didn't work out. But anyway, I was preparing for that anxiously, looking
Good
forward
morning,
to
Jay,
it.
Maddie. Yay,
Good
how you doing,
morning.
sir?
We had the opportunity to see Jay on Saturday.
Which is where I was going.
So,
Saturday was
yes,
also a
Saturday.
celebration.
Oh my goodness, it was
A few
fantastic.
things were on Saturday.
There's Couture. I miss you.
Couture, she just got through shouting out how she was really, really looking forward to y'all Sunday dinner,
Yeah.
luncheon, whatever it is,
I was looking forward to it.
having mimosas with her girls. But anyway,
I wasn't gonna have a mimosa.
Saturday, this past Saturday was shout out to Sister Lena Janelle.
Vicky
Linnell Evans. Vicky Linnell Evans. Shout her out.
Absolutely.
She put it on.
She put together
her fourth annual African American Playwrights Group.
The fourth annual African American Playwrights Group Play Festival. There were 12 fantastic 10-minute plays that we got to enjoy. Oh my goodness, 13 playwrights, and each and every one of them, although individual, there was a continuity for the tapestry of the evening. Everything fit together. We had
That's
some
what Jay was saying to me. How they all seemed to fit and how he could reflect on his life so much of what he saw.
Absolutely.
So
Couture said, as was I. Well, I am.
So if you get a chance to get involved with the African American Festival of Plays, you owe it to yourself. It's always an experience.
Yes.
And I had to miss it.
It was standing room only.
It was standing room
only.
It
was standing room
so they're going
only.
to get a different venue.
They're going to need a larger venue.
Preferably a theater with plenty of parking. That's the thing. Parking is a big deal. It's a big deal to me. If you invite me to something and parking is complex, or I got to walk 12 blocks to get to it, and my wife is in heels, or something like that, or you can't figure out where the parking lot is, I don't like it anymore. Okay, that's how it is for me. Okay, so that's maybe that's just me.
It is just you.
But anyway, I couldn't join my pretty wife and my friends at this year. I went the last 2 years, but I couldn't make this one because I was on duty. I was a judge at a pitch competition on Saturday. A pitch competition where these were not kids; these were grown-up, mature women from a sorority, and they were pitching to win real money and real scholarship too. And it was 7 participants. These women were all in their 30s, 40s, and 50s, and there was 7 of them, and I was a judge of their pitch competition. I want to just say, I think I can say this safely. Pitch competitions are a good idea for the participants, whether you win or not, because you get a chance to practice your presentation. You know, one of the beautiful things about reason why we all love Shark Tank is because the people have to do a presentation. They have to walk down the long hall. They have to walk the long hall with the long music, dun, 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 all that. And then when they go out there, hello, sharks. I'm such and such, and this is such and such. And what we have is such and such. Okay. And so often I'm watching Shark Tank thinking, man, that's a good idea what they have. It would do so much better if they knew how to sell it. Okay. Because I'm a sales coach, I'm a sales trainer, and I recognize good selling activity versus poor selling practices. I've done several videos on poor selling practices. Stop doing that. I just reviewed one this past weekend. I sent it through Notebook LM, notebooklm.google.com. If you're not familiar with it, ooh, what a treasure, especially if you're a thought leader. If you're a thought leader, notebook.lm,
Just Google Notebook LM.
notebooklm.google.com.
Just
That's
Google
the
it.
full thing.
Yeah, but you don't have to put that in there.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
Good morning,
Good morning,
Uzama.
Rob. If you don't put that in, it'll just send you to like a generic Notebook LM. Okay. Maybe that's just me.
It is.
So anyway, but I enjoy Notebook LM. I had it. I ain't gonna go down that road right now, but I enjoy it a lot because they give you a lot of free stuff. And as AI advances, more and more cool tools are coming out, which I'm enjoying very much. You should embrace them.
Good morning, Uzama. Good morning. Good morning.
Katura and Uzama. Today's topic, if you hadn't seen it yet, is keep going.
You're closer than you think.
You're closer than you think. So I had to judge the pitch competition. And these amazing women, these amazing entrepreneurs, Jay, I got the feeling, I was wondering who told them to sell like that? Okay, because that's not the way you sell. Okay, it's just not. The way they were presenting it, it just could have been so much better. Just like I feel when I watch Shark Tank, they could have sold a whole lot better. What? My girl Virginia Rutherford Hall is in the room. Good morning. Virginia also is another thought leader and an entrepreneur, but she also has a really, really cool podcast. I think I was a podcast on her show once or twice. It might even been twice I've been on her podcast. I'm ready for a third time, Virginia.
I know it's not Shout Out Friday, but I would like to thank you, Brian and Lisa. You guys presented me with several opportunities to sit in on your behalf to host your show. That was definitely a preparation for future
Amen.
opportunities. I shared with you that I now have a spot on 5 platforms every last Sunday of the month and have been offered additional opportunities to co host with other channels
Wow.
not involving dance. You guys provided me with the initial coaching and have opened many doors.
Because?
And I'm sorry, it cuts off after that point because
I
you
wanna
wrote
find it.
a paragraph. So we're going to try to get it. If you can't paste the other half of what you said, we're going to endeavor to get it. But you are very welcome, and you are always welcome to sit in as co-host. We can coordinate it, and we can take the day off and let you and Tarnez come in and hook things up. Here we go. I found it. This was the preparation for future opportunities. I shared with you that I now have a spot every Friday. Okay.
Because of down. Because of it. Thank you.
That's where we were.
Yes.
All the way at the
Well, let me
bottom.
say this about that.
You're very welcome.
I heard several things in there. Two things. A couple things. One is, yes, we might have provided the initial stage for you, but you showed up.
Mm-hmm.
When you show up, you and your husband show up, or any of you, when you show up to give it a shot
and bring your best,
I think life rewards you because more than half of it is just showing up. And you guys were excellent. You did it several times, okay? And every time you did it in your style, your personality, and it was good every time. Even the videos that you and your husband do, like for fun and stuff to make a point, where you on the camera wearing hats, doing a dance, whatever. All that to me is you guys showing up in your strength, showing up in your power. And it doesn't surprise me at all that other doors are open up saying, you know what, Katura is fun. I want her down with what we doing. So we're grateful that we served in any role in that.
Absolutely. So aside from the African American Playwrights Play Festival that we went to, then after that, we joined up with the playwrights, the actors, some of the audience to descend upon none other than
treasures.
Freshwater.
Freshwater's restaurant.
When I tell you, there was tenderism in the place.
We went to Freshwater's restaurant,
Yes.
owned and curated by Miss Sharon Freshwater. Shout out Sharon Freshwater.
Shout out Miss Freshwater.
Mama Freshwater.
Mama Freshwater.
They had a live singer, jazzy style.
He was good.
He was really good.
I enjoyed
Old
him.
school pro. He's been doing it a long time. You could tell he knew how to work a room.
Mhm.
He knew how to keep it going. And he worked. He sang for a long time.
He worked.
He was doing his thing. He had the 1980s fishnet jacket. I mean shirt. Fishnet shirt.
I can't.
It was great. But the fellowship, the people there, the laughter at the table.
It was awesome.
And the food was amazing. I had the barbecue beef ribs.
Honey.
The barbecue beef ribs. How black people act when the food's too good? Who made this?
Good morning, Dr. Deborah.
I couldn't resist. When my ribs got to my plate, I saw the bone. I saw the meat on the ribs. I grabbed one end of the bone and lifted it up and shook it, and the meat fell off the mother effing bone.
Thank you, Dr. Deborah.
Oh.
She said, Dr. Lisa, I'm loving the hair. I already shouted out my new stylist.
She's loving her new hairstylist.
I am loving them, and I love my new do. But thank you.
See what happens when you let a professional help you. You know, you love it.
I appreciate it. I typically don't go to the beauty parlor. I mean, the beauty parlor. That's how long ago it's been.
Beauty parlor.
Since I've been to a beauty
parlor. The hair salon. How about that?
Yes, the hair salon. I typically don't go. So this is a new experience, but it's one that I am going to continue, and I'm grateful. So besides the fantastic brontosaurus ribs, because they were big, meaty, tender, delicious, honey. They were everything. I had the ribs as well, but not with barbecue sauce. I don't really like it.
Hers was brown
Miss
gravy,
Vicky.
brown gravy and rice.
It was good.
And they look good, man.
It was good. I'm telling you, it was good.
So we had the great meals.
Great conversation. I did a little dancing, and I did have mimosa. I think it was a mimosa. So I don't drink if my husband is not with me.
She had some champagne.
I just don't.
Because today's the 20th. So in 3 days from now will be our 10th year wedding anniversary.
Yes.
Because we got Jay in the room and Dr. Deborah in the room and Miss Phyllis in the room, we got some people in the room that know us closer than others.
Couture's
in the room. They know us closer. I think I'm going to tell you about my scare. You think I should tell them?
I guess.
Uzama
says happy 420 if you indulge.
I love the story about why they call it 420 Day.
Why?
Okay, 420 was these teenagers. They got high every day after school, and for them, they noticed it was typically around 420. So they started calling, "Let's go do our 420," and that little thought grew and grew and grew. So then it moved from the time that they was typically getting high to the date. And now it's 420.
Well, at least they stayed in school until around 420. Good morning, William Brownie.
We don't indulge, but we don't knock anybody that does. But happy 420 Day, too.
Absolutely.
I should play something with that, too. Something with that thought.
I can't.
But anyway,
about the scare.
Yeah, we had such a wonderful Friday and Saturday. We had so much fun on these weekends. And then Saturday night, Saturday night, I go to bed about midnight, and I felt this pain in my chest as I went to bed.
And just went to bed. Didn't tell me about it, did nothing. But
is it going to be one of those stories?
Always. Because you leave out pertinent facts.
I felt the pain as I laid down. And as I laid down, I had the pain the whole night, and the pain got worse and worse and worse. So about 420 something, 425, something like that.
424, actually.
424. I couldn't take it. I got up and I turned on a lamp and I looked for some Tylenol. And I found some 8-hour Tylenol. So I popped the 8-hour Tylenol And I went in the bathroom and it was killing me. It was hurting more. It was like gripping and pushing right into my chest. I'm like, oh, and I was finding myself doing like this, and I couldn't not hold it. I was thinking, okay, I'll just see. Let me see if this Tylenol works at one part of my brain. But the other part of my brain was, Brian, don't be stupid. What if it was something worse? Don't be stupid. So my wife is, "You okay?" She's looking at me. I'm in pain, standing there like this. She goes, "Do we need to go to the hospital?" I was like, "Yes, let's go." So
I had to say it like that because if I would have said let's go to the hospital, he would have probably went back to bed.
okay. Well, I didn't want to be dumb because to me that would be very, very stupid having a pain like that and it's something serious and you don't do nothing about it. And then it ended up being worse. And then you hear the story if you had got here an hour ago. I hate that. So I get dressed and I'm gingerly walking because this pain is killing me right in my chest, right here. It's hurting, it's like gripping but poking at the same time. I'm like, oh God, what is this? We go to the car and it's still dark out. My wife doesn't drive in the dark. Okay, she goes, "Can you drive?" I'm like, "Yeah, I think I can drive." So I switch hands, I crank it, and I back out of the driveway slowly, and then I turn the car to pull, and I'm driving slowly because I can't accelerate hard. My body feels weaker, and I get around the corner before I hit the main strip. She goes, "You can't drive." Oh, Dr. Deborah screaming.
Thank you, Dr. Deborah.
She says, Tylenol is not the answer with an exclamation point. Get to the root of the pain. I'm glad you went to the hospital. So Dr. Lisa I pulled over and I wasn't driving but a minute. I had to pull over and she took the wheel. And we both prayed our way there and we got there. Crazy thing is, I'm dying. Okay, I'm hurting. Not dying. I'm in a lot of pain. We get to the hospital. The light to the hospital. Turn left, you're in the hospital parking lot. That light is a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. The light doesn't change. And Lisa's like, I'm gonna have to run this. There's a car behind us also wanting to get into the hospital. The car behind us goes around us and runs the red light. And then Lisa does too. So we both run the red light because the red light wasn't changing. It was like 4 something in the morning. So we get in there. And she's like, she runs in there. She tries to give me a wheelchair. I don't want the wheelchair. So I walk all the way up to the desk, and I'm standing there, and I can hardly even answer stuff. I couldn't hardly read anything. I'm in pain. So the prayer. Thank God, the lady behind the desk understood what was going on. She knew what time it was, and she expedited as best she could. She ran back and got people, and then they did, and they still brought me a wheelchair, and I still didn't want the wheelchair. But I will tell you, I wanted to just walk to the bed. I'm still holding my chest like this. And my eyes are watering now. I feel like my eyes are red, but I know there's water in my eyes. I'm like, they forced me in a wheelchair. And that felt better. That was better not to have to stay.
You think
So it was better for me to try not to walk. So they got me to a wheelchair. And then I got to by this time, it's getting worse. It's getting worse. So the thought of I couldn't even think, they said, get up onto the bed. So I had to figure out how to get out of the wheelchair and get up on the bed while still holding myself like this. And it was really a thought process. I'm like, how am I going to? I had to gut it out and I got up onto the bed. And then by that point, it was at the worst. Okay. And when you scale of 1 to 10, what's your pain level? I said 9. And I was like, maybe an 8, 8.5. She goes, it's high.
exactly? You try to give them the exact number.
I was trying to be, I didn't want to be a bad patient. uh, but it was in pain. So they rushed in there. A team of women rushed in there. They put all the sticky stuff on me, and my finger, and they started checking my blood pressure. It was a little bit high, but it wasn't crazy.
It wasn't.
It wasn't crazy. It was just a little bit high, which is a surprise to me. I thought it would have been higher because I
No,
was in agony. They gave me some medicine, and here's
they
another.
didn't give you any medicine.
They did give me a pill.
They gave you an
Yeah, they
aspirin.
gave me some aspirin, but they asked me if I wanted morphine for the pain. And I said no, I didn't want any morphine for the pain because I didn't want my brain dull.
Yeah, exactly. And again, to Dr. Deborah's point, that is masking the very symptom that got you up off of your behind to come in. And I believe that more often than not, people treat the pain versus treating the root cause of the problem.
Yeah, because we know to do that.
But I'm going to tell you, that's right. That's right, Jay. He said if you're clenching your chest and you can't walk, it's in a limb. Okay? Exactly.
Well, yeah. But I was trying to
Brian
run
is the
over.
type that will tell his pallbearers, no, I got it.
Stop it, man. So yes, Jay, I was clenching my chest and couldn't walk Sunday morning, 4:50 in the morning. And so, but anyway, just being still, and they checked everything, and then they took me for X-rays. That was a challenge too. Mama, Vicky Liddell Evans, standing ovation.
Yeah.
You did that thing to get a standing room only, to get those type of performances, to get those people on those stages, get those people in the audience. Took some doing. And Sister Vicky, Queen Vicky Liddell Evans, you deserve applause. I wish we had an applause for that. I'm ready to track right now. You deserve it. Thank you.
You deserve that. It was amazing. We
So
had a fantastic
we're
time.
gonna get back to that. I want to finish up my story. But as they started testing me, and then they had to wheel me out to go get X-ray, that was hard too. Um, my pain had started to come down a little bit, but the X-rays they wanted me to stand up. They wanted me to because I was in the bed, and they wheeled me in there. And the lady's like, "Stand up." So I couldn't figure out how to stand. I said, "I'm gonna need your help." I'm gonna need your help because I'm holding my chest and I'm laying in the bed. I couldn't figure out how do I get up to have her do this. So I got up. I mean, she helped me. She took my hand and pulled me to the side so I could stand up, and I had to stand real close to the thing. I had to turn. It was all hell. So anyway, I got my X-rays done. And they wheeled me back in, and by then the pain started to come down from a 9 to maybe a 7. Okay. Um, and it was mostly painful when I took a deep breath like that. It got more painful as I took a deep breath. So my breathing was shorter breath. So they tested us. We were there for 4 hours, I think, maybe about 4 hours, because they have to test you again and again and again if it might be hard. But they came to the conclusion
It was not a cardiac event.
it was not a cardiac situation. There was nothing wrong with my lungs. There was nothing wrong with my heart, and nothing wrong with my breathing. And I could have just gotten injured, doing something, or they're not sure what it was, but they know it wasn't life threatening. But then the pain came down to like a 4, and then when I got home, it was maybe 4.3, and all the rest of the day on Sunday stayed around a 3 is all. Even now, I would say it's at a 1 or a 2 because when I take a deep breath, I can still feel it. But I think and Miss Phyllis, you're right because I've had the situation before, and I had a gas bubble in my chest.
That was not fun.
That was what it was. Before it was gas, but they didn't say it was gas this time. I wanted them to say this is what it was. I had a situation before that put me in the hospital. It was gas in my chest, and that hurt. Okay,
I told you to drink ginger ale.
I didn't drink a ginger ale, so and it could have been gas, Miss Phyllis. Okay,
I think so, but definitely,
okay,
Jay said if you walked out of that play festival without any kind of feeling, and I agree, you were dead.
yeah,
You were dead because it in the fourth annual AAPG playwright festival. You went on a journey through laughter, emotion. You went through and up and down and back with multiple different characteristics. And it was like for different reasons. You went through relational, you went to the future, you went to the past. It was just wonderful. Uzama said that it was actually that guy that won the speech contest at Peggy's Toastmaster told the similar story titled Something About Superman. He had a heart attack but didn't want to go to the hospital, but his wife made him go. He ended it something like a heart attack that doesn't knock on the door, it kicks in.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of story, I can see how that would be compelling and win a speech competition. Um, but it was a scare for us. You talk about praying. I was praying the whole time. I know my wife was praying the whole time.
I had to stop praying on the drive there because I had to stop audibly praying because I got to the point that I was going to lose control. So I had to just think about something else.
You know, Miss Phillips says your heart was pumping extra. Well, the nurse said, or the doctor said, it doesn't appear that your heart is working extra hard.
Right.
Okay. Because they know, I guess they know what it looks like when your heart is having to work extra hard.
Now the experience also gave us the opportunity to I don't know if we might need to make a suggestion to the hospitals or not, but I'm telling you, these Gen Zs talk so fast. And they think that because we're not Gen Zs or even millennials, that the reason why we can't understand them is because we can't hear them.
No,
No,
not your volume.
it's your speed.
I was like,
and I'm from New York, and I can talk real fast
too. I was like, this. What?
So
What'd you say?
exactly.
Oh my God! And it wasn't just the one girl; it was another one too.
Right? It was so many of them.
Oh my gosh!
Just talking so fast. And when you're asking questions that you want a response to. You want to say that again?
What did you say?
You want to say that again? And then she said, well, what? Louder. I'm like, the problem was not the volume. It was the speed.
But that incident, that scary incident for us gave us opportunity to give God glory.
Mm-hmm.
Praise God. That,
Praise God.
The hospital was 15 minutes away. Praise God, we had reliable transportation to get us there. Praise God, it wasn't something worse.
Yes.
And at first, Jay Mattier, I was thinking, Jay, when they told me it wasn't anything life threatening, and I had this crazy, dumb thought, was it worth coming out here in the first place? What if I had just taken some Tylenol and toughed it out for?
It's not Tylenol, first of all.
Or aspirin, okay? What if I had just taken some aspirin or something? Because I didn't have anything life threatening. They didn't really do much to me other than confirm what it wasn't. But then maturity set in. It's better to know, Brian. It's better to know than to wonder. So that was our Sunday morning. And because of that, we went back home and we went to bed. Lisa and I, we went to bed. I know we slept 3-4 hours deep.
We did. Thank you, Jay. He said, in situations like that, you need support. Please call next time. I actually almost called you, but I was too busy trying to trust God. Once we got to the hospital, because I actually didn't think I could drive it. I didn't think I could drive it in the dark. In no, I didn't think I could do it. My full intention. We have a fire department, like a half a block, away from our house. My intention was to drive into the fire station and say, y'all need to take care of my husband. But I was able to get my bearings and I was able to proceed.
Because she doesn't drive in the dark. And she told me that after the fact. She goes, I didn't think I could make it, bro. But see, that's another lesson, though. She pressed and made it. And it was very dark, too. Jay, I want to say something about that. Jay says, in situations like that, you need support. And he's freaking right. Mm-hmm. You too, ma'am and sir. Yes. In situations like that, you need some support. Please call next time. Absolutely. There was an incident a month or so ago where we were out of town in a situation, and we did call Jay and got some support from him, and then it worked out. Okay, y'all remember the famous "Where's the key" incident? The famous "Where's the car key" incident. I'm not gonna go into that long detail now, but I will say from now on, for the rest of my life, if anything's missing, we can't find it, and we've looked everywhere. Check Lisa's bra, because that's probably where it is.
I can't with you.
It's always best to get checked. Yes. It harkened me to something I once heard many years ago was people that go to the doctor and go to the hospital tend to live longer than the people that don't.
You think?
if you don't go, you're not gonna live as long as the people that do. Okay, because the people that do know what's up. So that was our Sunday morning. We slept when we got home. So heavy, so long. I couldn't believe what time it was.
Oh, Dr. Deborah says my great 1-year-old nephew has us up at 3 a.m. this morning to get him to the hospital
Oh,
for an allergic to reaction to something at church yesterday morning.
oh
Oh my
wow.
goodness.
It's always a scary thing for a 1-year-old
Absolutely.
having an allergic reaction. How is he doing now? How is the baby?
We have our grandson next weekend.
This upcoming weekend, right?
Mhm.
I am so excited.
And he's 2.
My 2-year-old grandson is going to spend Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with us because his mom's coming back on Monday.
We get to take him to church.
We get to take him to church.
Yay!
So we get my grandbaby, my 2-year-old grandson, my only grandson, well, not the only grandson, my grandson and my daughter's, Kayla. He's going to spend 3 days with us here in Charlotte. And Paul B is excited about that. I'm excited. He's going to wreck the house, and it'll be all right. Jay Mattier says,
it's very important to understand and know your body. Your body tells you a lot if you just what? Listen.
And that's right, Jay. We have to learn to and we're so hard headed sometimes, myself included. When my wife had her incident in the hospital a few years ago, her body told her, this ain't normal pain in your back. We got to go. And she listened, and we listened.
Dr. Deborah said they gave him something that has him sleeping, but the swelling went away. Probably Benadryl.
Yeah, and that sounds like it was an allergic reaction. If something swelled, yeah, that was an allergic reaction or something.
Absolutely. We're gonna have to mind a list of allergies because our fantastic grandson has inherited all of his mother's allergies.
And his mother had a lot of allergies.
And he don't
Peanuts, eggs, milk. She can't do nothing. Okay.
And he don't even care. He want to eat it if it's around.
Okay. It's 9:36, and around this time we set aside for like what, a year and a half now, 2 years now. Today in African American history.
And today in African American history, 366 days of historical events and accomplishments by Michael A. Carson. On this day in history, April the 20th, in 1993, President Bill Clinton appointed Jesse Brown as the first African American United States Secretary of Veterans Affairs. Brown was a veteran of the United States Marine Corps.
Amen.
Amen.
1993, the first one appointed by Bill Clinton. Yes. That's interesting. I almost said something crazy.
Yes, you almost said something crazy. But in 1990, singer-songwriter, actress, dancer Janet Jackson was inducted into the Hollywood Walk of Fame and awarded a star on Hollywood Boulevard. As the youngest child of the talented Jackson family, she has sold over 100 million records worldwide. Jackson is one of the best-selling artists in the history of contemporary music.
I love Janet, and she's a performer, not necessarily a singer, and I love her, all of that stuff. Okay?
Oh, yes.
She's a singer, actress, dancer, yes, all of that. So I'm still a fan of hers too, but I don't count her as a singer. Okay, I count her as a performer.
I think so.
Okay. With children, always have Benadryl around. Also with adults and aspirin. Yes, aspirin. Aspirin causes your blood to flow, to thin it out and move faster and better. Yes, that's why hospitals typically will give Tylenol. Hospitals give Tylenol because why do you go to the hospital? Because you're injured or sick. And if you're injured, you don't want blood moving as fast. You want it to clot more. You want to slow down in case you have an injury. Anyway, it's 9:38. We're doing good on time.
That's right, Dr. Deborah. All right, Janet. I loved Janet. I love her.
Still love her.
Yes.
Still love her?
I still love her, but I'm not a Janet Jackson fan anymore. Like, I still love her old stuff. Jay, that's what he was getting ready to say. The first black president. But we won't. Okay, Vicky, I give that. She says, I think she's a singer, just a different sort of voice. Absolutely. She knows how to sing.
It's a funny joke calling Bill Clinton the first black president. However, He wasn't the first black president, and neither was Barack.
Yes.
You could do a YouTube search, black presidency. There was a president of this country around the time of Washington, right? Even right before Washington, that was black. And it's reported that Abraham Lincoln's mother is black.
Mm-hmm.
So if Abraham Lincoln's mom is black, is Abraham Lincoln black?
Depends. It really depends on how
Black
you.
mom, white dad.
Yeah.
What
No,
color's the baby?
I understand that. I understand that. It depends on which frame of thought you come from.
That's right.
Because biblically, the mother sets the race.
Mm-hmm. Where do we hear it? 1% black equals
Black.
we black. Okay. So, and I think if Abraham Lincoln's mom was black,
He was black. He
I
had a
think
black
I think of him as the black president.
experience. But he also owned slaves, didn't he?
No.
Oh, he didn't?
Lincoln never owned slaves.
Lincoln.
No,
Okay,
no.
he did.
There's a lot of famous people in history that were supposedly white, but were Babe Ruth. How many guys knew Babe Ruth parent? One of his parents was black. Okay, Babe Ruth, a baseball player, a famous baseball
I know
player.
who Babe Ruth is.
Okay, you had to look on
I
your face.
can't with you.
You had to look on your face.
Do you think I thought it was a candy bar?
Even that was a scandal because they never said we weren't naming it after you, babe. We were naming it after the president's daughter, Ruth. Yeah, that Babe Ruth.
That Babe Ruth.
So
Yeah.
Although the whole world knew it was named after the baseball player.
Shiesty.
Shiesty, yeah. There's a lot of shiesty in history.
Shiesty McShiesty.
Mm-hmm.
But keep going.
Keep going.
You're closer than you think.
And I'm
Vicky,
hoping.
I hope that there was someone in that audience that has a connection to someone at the next level because you did the darn thing,
I'm
my
so
sister.
proud of you, Vicky. There's no way you could pull that off without a lot of work.
It was fantastic.
You need a lot of work. You need a lot of teamwork.
I was about to say, and next year, may I be your Vanna Black? Because you do not need to be running that microphone around.
Oh yeah, I don't even do that. When I speak, and I have Lisa in the audience with her own microphone.
Absolutely.
And let her go to the people, and me stay up there. So Vicky was going from the stage to the crowd.
But no, she's not from the stage to the crowd. She was actually doing crowd work during after the presentation. Yeah. She was actually the one running around.
You need to breathe, sister. You need some water.
Exactly. You're the queen. Let your subjects do something.
Yes.
I will be a happy, loyal subject.
But I want to celebrate Vicky, and that's amazing.
Absolutely.
Dr. Deborah Dunstan says.
I spent some time with several people yesterday, and one of the women said that she and her family calls themselves colored, not black. Okay.
Colored, not black. Well, I thought it. She might have been inspired because of stuff we talked about Lincoln and Ruth. Vicky says, "Thank you, Alexa. There's not much teamwork. That means you had to do the work of more than one person because it took more than one person to do that.
Yeah.
So that more than one person was probably you, but still, God."
Until the day of, my son was fantastic. Fantastic.
Shout out to Vicky's son for helping.
Absolutely.
And many hands. If a lot of people did a little bit, no one person had to do so much back-breaking work. Absolutely. The day of, she had a lot of celebration. How many times in life have you seen that happen? Nobody wants to help out until you get some shine on you. Okay. I've seen it in my life. No one wanted to be involved with stuff until the day of the event. And then everybody's like, oh man, I can help.
But use it.
Even
still, use the help when it comes, and then you can double down on it for the next year. You did such a great job last year. I hope I can count on you again this year.
Our energy level's high. We had a great weekend. That's the kind of weekend we needed. So we can start a new day. Today is Monday. Motivation Monday. Monday is the most important day of your work week. I'm looking forward to my Monday. Prayerfully, I don't work this week like I did the last 2 weeks. Last 2 weeks I worked as if my hair was on fire, and apparently it was, see? But I want to take it easier this week.
I want you to take it easier. I would like for you to take it off today.
I can't take it off today.
I know.
Today would be a good day to take off for both of us. It'd be a great day to take off for both of us, but it's not going to be a day off. But it's certainly going to be easier. I want to do some more writing. I want to speak somewhere. I need an audience. I need to find me a place to give a talk, hopefully in Charlotte, North Carolina. I want to talk about how to sell yourself and your services in 30 seconds. I want to talk about why people will say yes. I want to talk about how to answer the question, what do you do? I want to give a workshop or talk in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I'm willing to do it for free for the right audience. So maybe someone heard that. But I'm ready to give a talk.
And it is now time for us to say thank you.
And the way we say thank you here to our consistent contributors is with a greeting song or a greeting logo. For example, up first today was Miss Susan Kennedy. She's got a greeting song, and it goes, Susan Kennedy, you're everything I've hoped for.
You're everything I need.
You are so beautiful.
Amen.
That reminds me, entrepreneurs do not have access to consistent sales training or tips. To that end, a year or so ago in December, we started this thing called Monday Night Sales Mastery. And we do that on the first and the third Monday of each calendar month. Checking the calendar?
No.
Okay. So I think tonight is the third calendar of this month right here.
The third Monday.
Right. So tonight we're going to meet for Monday Night Sales Mastery. It's networking and sales training. Networking and sales training. And it's been going wonderful. We got a great group of very smart people that show up every time we open. So if you have never gotten that, if you want to just brush up, if you want to network with other successful entrepreneurs, you're welcome to join us. It's at 8 p.m. tonight. Okay?
Absolutely. Vicky says every moment was worth it. So proud of every playwright and actor. Had not seen any of those plays until the day of.
So you had the new experience, just like everybody else.
That's
What's that? Never seen that? Because she's watching. Yeah. So you got the chance to see it like everyone else. Up next is Mr. Jay Mattia. He's got a song too, and it goes, "Get ready, get ready, oh, get ready, get ready, because here Jay comes. Get ready, because here Jay comes. Get ready, because here Jay comes." Jay and his wife Katrina are always so much fun to hang out with.
Absolutely.
Jay and Katrina, we just enjoy your company. Katura Breeze got a song too, and it goes, back to life, back to Katura Green.
However do you want it?
However do you need it?
Do you need it?
Uzama Ron got a song too, and it goes,
Bitcoin King, he's a Bitcoin King.
Uzama.
Bitcoin King, he's a Bitcoin King.
Uzama. Good morning, Mr. Uzama Ron. And one of my favorite beats.
Thank you so much for joining us, Miss Virginia. Thank you.
Dr. Deborah Dunstan's got a song.
Deborah, nonprofit strategist and funding coach.
Mm-hmm. Dr. Deborah, I'm hoping you have a fantastic day today and upcoming week. Miss Phyllis got a jam too that goes, Miss Phyllis is here.
Miss Phyllis is here.
So clear the way.
Miss Phyllis is here.
Phyllis is here.
Miss Phyllis
now we
is
can
here.
all have a great day. I made a caricature of me as a male cheerleader, and I posted it on LinkedIn and Facebook today. And it says, "Keep going, you're closer than you think." And because there used to be a period in my life where I wish I had my own personal cheerleader. I wish I had, that's because I didn't have anybody in my life.
Now you do.
Now I do. Yes, praise God for that. But there was this period in my life where I was the end all be all, and I didn't have encouragers in my life. And I used to be driving around thinking, I wish I had somebody around to encourage me. I wish I had my own cheerleader. I honestly had that thought out loud to myself. And it was a pervasive thought too. I need somebody encouraging me, speaking to me. Praise God for those if you have it. If you don't, you do need one.
Yes.
So let us be your cheerleader if you don't have one. William Brown's got a song too, and it goes, our friend Will, still, we love him so, and we always will. Our friend Will, and he is our friend. He's in, I think he's in Florida right now. Florida. Yep. You did Jay's song. We did Vicki Evans rocks.
Hey,
steady rocking all night long. Vicki Evans rocks. Steady Rock into the break of.
Rocking to the break of dawn, y'all.
Back on the topic of getting help. I've become popular in saying the keys of life is be willing to ask for more help, be willing to ask for more help, and be willing to accept more help. And I think it's both. And sometimes I think I want help that I don't even ask for. Sometimes I often say, I wish I knew someone who, or I wish I could do that, and I haven't even asked anybody if they help me.
Amen. Dr. Deborah says, I am looking forward to sales training
Well,
too.
I'm looking forward to it to you too, girl. It's going to be good. I'm telling you, I'm operating at a high. This is something that everyone can do, something that I'm doing now that you can do too. Um, Write it out, what you're wanting. Write out your goal and target.
Write the vision.
Write the vision.
Make it plain.
Make it plain so the people can see it and run to it. And the people are you. The formula from the classic book Think and Grow Rich is you read it when you wake up. Write it out and put it down so you read it when you wake up. I've got mine on the bathroom wall opposite the throne. Okay, so as I sit on the throne in the bathroom, I can read it, and I do read it every time. Okay,
And I read it too.
And she reads it too. And then after your midday meal, you're supposed to read it again, or whatever. After you eat sometime in the middle of the day, you're supposed to read it again. That's available. It's on my phone too. And then at night, you're supposed to read it aloud with feeling before you lay down. You're supposed to read it aloud with feeling so that your subconscious mind can register the emotional level too. And I do that every night now. I don't know how many nights in a row I've been doing it, but it's changing my world. It's changing my world. A couple of nights, last night too, I forgot to read it while I was sitting in my chair outside my bed, but I made it to my bed, and then I get, oh my God, I forgot to read it. So I don't even bother to get up. I just get my phone and read it aloud in bed. I read it loud, not that loudly because my wife's there sleeping, but I read it slowly and I read it clearly too. So, dearest Heavenly Father, I am thankful for, and I do it that way. It's mine is like a prayer kind of. But you could do that too, and it'll change your life in just a few days. Go for 30 days. Go for 30 days without missing any day, morning, afternoon, and night, and the night out loud. I challenge you and see that it'll change your life.
Amen. Miss Phyllis said, I need help to write it and make it plain. New beginnings. Well, you have my number, Miss Phyllis.
And you also have tools.
And we can share the process together. I can support you. I look forward to it.
Whoa, Miss Phyllis, did you hear that? You said I need help, and Dr. Lisa raised her hand. Okay, this is checkers, Miss Phyllis. You said you need help. That's a move. Dr. Lisa raised her hand to be helpful. That's another move. The next move, Miss Phyllis, is yours to accept the help. You got to make a step to accept the help.
Ladies, you should be getting a text from me today to remind you about Women's Empowerment Networks tomorrow. We definitely want to support tomorrow night, the third Tuesday of the month. I'm telling you, God is doing tremendous things
For the
in the
Women
women,
Empowerment Networks.
and we need to show up and celebrate one another.
And also at the same time, Male Empowerment Networks. I'm excited too. I miss my guys. Male Empowerment Networks is tomorrow night on the first and third Tuesday of every month since 2013. That's right. We are into our 13th year of doing this. August will be 13 years officially.
Absolutely.
Also, this Thursday, we're going to see you guys like in this forum once more before then on Wednesday. But Thursday is my 10th year wedding anniversary to my beautiful wife. 10 years. It's significant. We got new rings. So I'm going to shift from this ring that I have loved and worn every single day for the last 10 years. I'm going to take this ring off. I'm going to put in our new rings that we got for our 10th year. Okay, so
we'll put them on a Wednesday.
We'll put them on live or just in private. I thought we were going to do it privately.
We're going to do it privately, but we'll have them on so we can show them.
No.
Okay, no.
Y'all see it on Friday.
Miss Phyllis said, thanks, add me to your calendar. I will text you my calendar, ma'am, so that you can add yourself.
That's right. You got to do it. This is your move. Come on, man. We've sang our songs. We've did our talk. It's time for us to go.
That's right. In the meantime, yeah, baby. Get you some.